Hello, my name is Susan Shortridge, and I'm the Executive Assistant to Dean Randy Hitz in the Graduate School of Education, and I'm going to be talking to you briefly about the scholarship application process. The School of Education scholarships that we awarded in 2013-14 amounted to 46 individual scholarships, totaling approximately $105,000, with the average award being about $2,267. This year, we will award over 55 scholarships, totaling over $125,000. However, we are currently actively involved in a fundraising campaign directed by the university president, Wim Wiebel, which focuses specifically on increasing the number of scholarships and the amounts of the awards. So we expect these numbers to increase even more by May and certainly more by next year. I'd like to talk about a couple of the key scholarships and highlight them for you. One is the Renaissance Foundation. The award is $4,000, and more than 10 awards are given each year. Eligibility is that you are or will be admitted to a Graduate School of Education program preparing for a teaching career, and that you are a first-generation college student. First-generation college student is defined for our purposes as someone whose parents or guardians did not graduate from a four-year college or university. So if you fall into that category and are eligible, don't forget to indicate that you are first generation. The Janet Drew Scholarship is an award of $3,000, and at least 5 of these are awarded. Eligibility: if you want to receive this award, it would be critical that you tailor your responses to the essay questions by highlighting your leadership and community service experience, and perhaps selecting at least one of your references based on their knowledge of your experiences and the ability to speak knowledgeably about them. The Martin and Ken Thrasher Award is a $2,000 award, and 2 of those are awarded each year. Eligibility is merit-based with financial need, a consideration, and a multicultural experience is preferred. So you'll want to be sure to highlight your multicultural experience in your essay answers and write about how you have lived in or how you have worked within an environment that welcomes and serves individuals of diverse race and gender and ethnicity, culture, religion, and national origin. There is a complete directory or list of all of the GSE scholarships and awards, and it can be found on the PDX website indicated here. It's important that you read and become very familiar with the qualifying criteria for these awards that you would like to receive, specifically the ones that you would like to receive and are interested in, and write your essays accordingly. That information can be found in this scholarship and awards directory on our website. We are currently now accepting applications for the academic year 2014-15. It's a simple process that requires only one online form, and once you fill that out, you'll be considered for all the GSE scholarships. The deadline is very specific for both the online scholarship application form and online letters of recommendation. They are both due at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on March 31st, 2014. And I'll just let you know that at that time the online application tool does close down, so if you have not actually clicked on the submit button at that time, you will have missed the opportunity to submit your application. So you can go to the online application form located on the website, and here's the address for that, and go through the logging in process. The instructions are very clear. Once you get into the application form, you will see that for graduate students, you need to fill out the pages 2, 3, 4, and 8. Page 2, our general questions. Every applicant fills these out, graduate and undergraduate. They collect general information about you, and that includes at least 2 essay questions. One is, what are your career goals? It's a maximum of 150 words, and a 300-word maximum essay question on diversity. Page 3 asks questions relating to your financial information. There's a very important opportunity on this page that I want to point out to you, and that's a essay, 150-word area where you will have the opportunity to write and elaborate on your own special financial needs, which is very important because many of the scholarships take financial need into consideration. So I recommend that you take advantage of that opportunity. Page 4 deals with letters of recommendation, and I'll talk a little bit more about those in a few minutes. Page 8 is a very important section to you because this is GSE specific questions. And each question within this section is designed to specifically qualify you for scholarships based on the criteria written for each one. So it also has a couple of essay questions and a personal statement. One essay question asks about challenging obstacles you have faced in life, how you were able to overcome them, and how these life experiences added to your career as an educator. The personal statement is the core of your application, and it distinguishes you to the reader. So pay attention, very close attention to the purpose of this piece and the process suggestions that are in the instructions. Before writing your answers, read the criteria for the GSE scholarships in the directory on our website, and speak directly to those relevant requirements in your personal statement, and include experiences in multicultural settings and community service. I'm going to talk a little bit about essay questions, some do's and some errors that are typical that we run into frequently. When writing your answers to essay questions, do compose and polish and edit the content in a document, not in the application form. And then have it reviewed by a strong editor for spelling and punctuation, grammar, names, titles, clarity, and accuracy. Have someone give you feedback on the clarity and the comprehensiveness of your essay. And make sure that you actually answer the question that is being asked. Reread the question many times. Don't be so creative or vague in your response that you don't clearly answer the question. Tailor your answers to the criteria of the scholarships that you would like to be awarded, and make your story compelling. Describe life obstacles you've overcome that motivate, inspire, and make you who you are today. And think about what to include that will make your application story stand out from the others. Some essay question errors that we have run across over the years include rushed writing. It's apparent when an essay is written in a rushed fashion. So start early, think it through, allow plenty of time. Unpolished and unproofed. We can tell when they are lacking proofreading. Be eloquent and intelligent. Not knowing your audience is also an error that we see. Readers of your application and your essay questions will be professors, administrators, and faculty. So write to that level of eloquence, with eloquence and intelligence. Another error is choosing a vanilla topic. You want to make your essay stand out. Pick a unique and interesting subject and elaborate on it. Other errors are not requesting letters of recommendation early enough. Again, allow at least 3 weeks. Copying and pasting the same answer or parts of answers from the general student information section that's on, I believe it was page 2 in the application form. Copying those and just pasting them into the essay questions in the GSE section on page 8. We see all the sections when we read, so it becomes apparent when something is just copied and pasted. Doesn't rule you out, but it's not necessarily impressive. Some errors include using text-speak. Keep your responses formal. It's not a cell phone conversation. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about different themes that are important. When formulating answers to questions around the theme of leadership, consider these perspectives. The extent of the leadership experience and degree of accomplishment that you had. Why you got involved in the leadership experience. What obstacles you faced and how did you overcome them. And what does this mean for the future? Evaluating the theme of community impact, write your answers around these questions. How much time did you dedicate to the activity? And why was it important to you? And why was it important to the community? And how did the community benefit from it? And what did you gain yourself through giving to the community? Other important themes to highlight include diversity. Write about how you work within an environment. How do you respond to and work within an environment that welcomes and serves individuals of diverse race, gender, ethnicity, culture, age, sexual orientation, religion, military background, national origin, familial status, or disability? Other important themes to highlight are community service, multicultural experiences, and transformative life experiences that make you who you are today. Letters of recommendation, again, allow them at least 3 weeks to write and submit their online letters. They are online, they don't submit them in hard copy. Ask someone relevant, ask someone to write a letter of recommendation who is relevant to the scholarship or scholarships you would like to receive. Provide details relating to the information you would like the writer to address in his or her letter. And you may want to ask for both an academic and a professional reference. After talking with a professor who has written hundreds, literally, of letters of recommendation over the years, he told me that he really appreciates it when students take the time to meet with him in person and give him some idea of the focus and the parts of their career or studies that they want to be highlighted in their letter of recommendation. Now, not everybody has the luxury of actually meeting face-to-face with someone that is going to write your letter of recommendation, but point taken that even if it's in an email or a phone conversation, it's very helpful to the writer to know what spin or what highlights of your life you would like them to speak to. And it really helps him, and it will make your application be more noticeable and help you and your qualifications fit appropriately with specific scholarships. A couple cautions about the online application form. You must use the Save and Continue button when you migrate to another page or before logging out, or else you'll lose the information that you've typed in and will have to retype it. You will not be able to submit your application after the due date. Once you have submitted your application, you will not be able to access it to make changes. and you will be able to manage your letters of recommendation from the application website, but only up to the letter of recommendation deadline. So remember, the application deadline is 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on March 31st, 2014. You must also complete the FAFSA form, which is available after January 1. And awards will be made starting in May and may go on into June. And remember, the last step is to click Submit, and that will submit your application form